everybody, it is your king of the rats. Do you hear the people singing the songs of an angry Fulton? It is the music of the people who will not be slaves maybe again. When the beating of your heart echoes the beating of the stacks, there is a life about to start when tomorrow comes, maybe if you don't die. So go kill yourselves!
Previously on the Danger Club podcast.
As I go in for an attack, attempting to draw the heat from Philippe, I just shout back, I don't got any anti-poison!
Natural one.
Your target gains possession of your weapon.
Caragor just wedges himself under and goes, "Ollie up, there we go."
It falls prone. Caragor, you're feeling a little woozy now.
Oh, feeling a bit peaky.
Philippe is looking very shaky. My boys! I'm going to turn into a scorpion and try and get to the other side of the bridge as quickly as I can.
The adventure continues now.
So I wanted to share something with all of you.
Excellent. Yes.
And
I'm looking forward to this.
Yeah,
Amazing.
no, I do.
Yep.
So I've changed my talcum powder brand.
What?
It's no. Now Dan already knows about this. We talked about it, and he agreed that it would be good for the show for me to change. I mean, it wasn't on purpose; it just kind of happened. It's my birthday in a couple of days, and I thought it was time that I became a proper old man. I now have mildly medicated. It comes in a tin. Yeah, and it smells like old man.
Mildly medicated talcum powder is definitely something you would pick up in the wastelands in Fallout.
Yeah. And
It's
it's amazing. Like it's like literally like I feel older.
Wiser?
Yeah, absolutely, definitely whiter.
No, wiser.
It's been pretty fucking white so far, I'm not gonna lie.
so white.
Shit, just covered in talcum powder.
It's got allantonin in it. I don't know if you know what that is.
Yeah,
Allantonin.
Yeah,
allantonin. It says it right there on the box.
Right, allantonin.
But
With allantonin in every box. Here we go.
I tell you what it reminds me of. You know that episode of The Simpsons where Burns loses all of his money, and is it Bret the Hitman Hart goes to move into his place? He goes, this place has old man stink. That's what he's talking about. The smell of this talcum powder.
Colin knows that episode very well. Colin can quote you every line from that episode specifically.
Really?
What's this? Is this some sort of dig or a compliment?
No, it's a compliment.
I can't tell.
I'm saying you like the Simpsons.
Compliment.
A digplement.
Simpsons, man.
A diplomat.
Well, it's encouraging to know what that smells like, knowing that we're going to be back in the studio soon recording in person, which means we are all going to be smelling of that talcum powder.
Hooray.
Because Drum, you will take it out and you will turn our studio into a scene from Scarface. Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Danger Club podcast.
I mean, when you say the studio, you mean my living room. So I'm looking forward to the cat footprints.
I'm gonna use
powder
it
across my.
I'm gonna use my old man mildly medicated on my balls. I had a question actually about
your balls.
About balls. About balls.
All right, so
listen, guys.
It's not actually specifically my balls, but is there a name for a male camel toe?
Yes, moose knuckle.
Moose knuckle?
Yeah.
Is that real?
Yeah.
It's a moose knuckle.
Okay,
yeah.
we were wondering about it because we were watching that film last night, and the guy had a big old moose knuckle down his trousers, and I didn't know what to call it because
it's worrying, but also possibly more worrying that I jumped on that with such glee.
Moose knuckle.
Moose knuckle. Moose knuckle. Straight into the moose.
I'm very, very proud of that knowledge.
This has been one of my favourite late lockdown things traditions that we've taken up is bad movie night, where we all pick a terrible film and then jump on a video call together and we all watch it together. And we have seen some delightful movies over the last few weeks.
I mean, it's kind of what we did at Christmas with the Dangerlings, isn't it? With the what was the movie called? Santa Claus on Mars or something?
Versus the Martians.
Santa Claus conquers the Martians.
That was a weird film.
I feel like there have been better selections since we've, I don't know. Would you all agree?
My favourite pair have been Star Crashers, with David Hasselhoff, a cash-in movie made like just after Star Wars, where they're just like, oh, let's just try and make this, but with no real idea of
basically
how to do
Argo.
Yeah. And then Star Crashers 2, which was even better because it was made by an Italian studio not affiliated with the first film, used a bunch of stock footage from the first film for all their action sequences, and then halfway through morphs into an Italian soft porn film for no reason.
Go check it out, Dangerlings. Star Crash 2, Star Crash as well. They are wonderful.
Highly
movies.
recommended.
Big up Star Crash.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe we'll reintroduce this. Maybe we'll do a summer film with the Dangerlings. We'll do a bad film with you guys.
Tweet us. Not a bad idea.
Isn't Star Crash where you have to fight like Space Eldar with the Zergs?
No, that was. What the flip was that name? That game.
The what?
Star Crash.
The game with the Zergs and the humans. It's the people still play it even now.
StarCraft.
StarCraft. Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
Cool. Yeah.
I never played StarCraft. I was a Warcraft guy, but yeah, never. But yeah, very popular game.
Very popular. People still play it. It's amazing.
I know. Zerging was a verb for a while, wasn't it? That's the act of just swarming your enemy's base with loads of low-powered opponents. Speaking of which, the Danger Club are currently fighting a couple of drakes.
As soon as you started saying it, I was
done,
it's going to be either the drakes or it's going to be which one it was.
Yeah.
I had to. It was right there. Oh my goodness, we're still in the jungle, still battling drakes. So this is the thing as we're going through this. Fights are getting a little bit longer.
I've got a question. So Shania's a person-sized scorpion now.
That's true.
Does it have her hair? And her facial features, is it like a fly?
Yeah, right.
Is it sort of like her head on a scorpion body, or is she completely scorpion?
I think so. I mean, when I was Shania Bear, it was a bit like that, wasn't it?
What happens to your clothes?
Shania face with the bear.
Does your clothes
I think they go inside me. So when I transfigure, my clothes are inside me, and then when I transfigure back out, my clothes come back out from inside me.
Only the Hulk
so
did
they're
that.
inside me.
Will you turn back into a scorpion-sized person? That's the thing.
What would you rather fight?
Really hope not.
10 scorpion-sized Shanias or 1 Shania-sized scorpion?
It's a good question, yeah.
Oh, yeah, it's true.
I just like the idea of it just wearing, like the scorpion wearing like 6 pairs of trousers, because it's just like the clothes just multiply to fit whatever it is.
Shrouds, man. Shrouds all over it.
It's all about the shrouds. All about them shrouds. Also, we should point out that Jam Jam is riding Shania. That was never said that Jam Jam has got off Shania. So Jam Jam is currently riding this scorpion.
Oh my god. Jesus, yeah, you're right.
Yes.
Cool. So Jam Jam's just another thing that I can forget about now. Now that I've started remembering about Philippe, I've got to fucking remember about Jam Jam. Piece of shit.
Weird how he started hanging out with you and has immediately been forgotten.
I like to think that the scorpion tail, your scythe has morphed into the scorpion tail a little bit.
Yeah, I think that works. Definitely.
To it. Yeah.
I just want you to be like Dwayne Johnson in The Scorpion King, just a really bad CG version of Drum, just on top of a load of scorpion legs. That's what I want.
True. My God, the CG in that film was terrible. Even for the day, it was like, what is this?
Wow. Yeah.
Dreadful.
That film on its own is proof that the moon landings could not have been faked. Because they couldn't make The Rock look convincing.
They didn't have the technology. They did not have it.
We don't have the technology.
All right, let's get back into this. So the two remind us where we are. We've got 2 drakes have come out of the jungle to attack the Danger Club as you're trying to make your way to Kibwe. On a rope bridge swinging above a chasm, there is 1 drake that was fighting Karagor and Philippe. However, Karagor has taken its legs out from under it and it's fallen on the floor. Karagor is poisoned, but he is getting ready to help out Philippe to try and help give him a boost. On the other side, back on sort of solid ground, you've got Baba standing by the bridge, throwing spells out. You've got Velda not too far from him, throwing spells out. And then a little bit further at the back, near the foliage, you've got Fulton swinging wildly at another drake who was middle-aged. He's not anymore. He's had his midlife crisis. He's come back. He's feeling young, reinvigorated. He started drinking Huel. He's gone to the gym. He's feeling healthy. And he's just pinned Shania the Scorpion with his tail through the back while Shania was trying to run away. Stabbed Shania, stopped her getting away, and has poisoned Shania as well. So a lot of poison starting to fly around now, which puts us in an interesting situation where Shania has the ability to remove poison. And now has to choose between herself and her love as to who she uses it on. We'll find out, though, because it is the Drake's go when they have theirs. So let's remind ourselves just for when our poisons tick, because it takes a round. So Shania, yours is going to tick on your round because it happened from a reaction. And Karagor, yours is going to tick right after this Drake has a go.
What about, hold on, mate.
The bench recognises drum and bow skill.
Philippe. Can I use Philippe, please? It's his go now.
You may use Philippe.
Thank you very much.
Not forgotten. Philippe,
no,
you get
he's
one
not.
action, which triggers Karagor's reaction. Karagor, do you want to make an attack roll against the Drake to see if you can aid Philippe?
I've been rolling pretty well today. That is a filthy 30.
A filthy 30 is a critical success.
What's the crit specialization for Philippe?
It doesn't do any extra damage. It means that Philippe gets a +2 bonus to his to his attack.
Right.
On top of everything else.
Okay.
Could this be the crit?
Come on. Okay. So that is that's 29 plus 2, 31.
31 is not quite a critical hit, but it is a hit.
Yeah.
Okay, all right. And I will do some of this. Oh, wait a minute. We've got +1 as well, haven't we? It's actually 32.
32. Oh, my goodness. How do you keep missing this by 1? It's not a critical hit by 1 point.
Jeez, man. All right, fine.
Wait. It's flat-footed. It's on the floor. It's got a -2 to its AC. Critical hit.
Yeah. Monkey crit. That's what I wanted. All right,
also,
okay.
Inspire Courage is still going as well.
Yeah, that's where I added that. Yeah,
you added that. Oh, nice one.
We just said that, eh? When does your Inspire Courage go up?
I don't think it ever does. I don't think it can. I think it stays
I
the
believe
same.
it does. I'm sure the Discord will tell us.
Or maybe I think it might be level 7.
All right.
Okay.
Yeah, good point. Actually,
so what? So I'm doubling this then.
So you're So you're rolling all your damage and then just double whatever you get.
Okay. So that's 20 points of damage.
Total of 20 points of damage.
Yeah.
Tremendous. It looks really badly hurt. Karagor, what does it look like? How do you help Philippe out on this attack?
I imagine as I've tripped it's landed, and then I sort of did a straight kneel to square out on my back so that Philippe could bound up and then plant both of his rear feet on my back and leap up with fangs and teeth straight into the throat of the Drake, and then proceeded to go.
I'm thinking Philippe gets that two-handed sort of hammer thing going, and a screaming leap on top of his head, and bashes the Drake in the face with his double-handed hammer face, and then just starts pummeling and screaming at him. That's
Philippe
what it
lands
does.
on it, wraps its legs around its neck, and is just pummeling it in the face while it lies on the ground, thrashing its neck around. It is battered and blooded and looking in really, really rough shape. It's not quite dead yet. And obviously Philippe himself is bleeding as well. There's a lot of blood coming out of him, and it's a terrible scene in there at the moment. It is a rough situation. So let's go for in that case it's time for the Drake's go. The one back on the mainland. It is going to. It's going to keep its attacks going. I think it's going to make a. It's going to start with a. It's going to start with a fangs attack on Fulton. That is a 36.
Definitely a hit.
Definitely a hit. Is it a crit?
24 is my armor class.
That's a critical hit. Go ahead. Take 36 points of piercing damage as it just puts its teeth around you and bites you. Does it want to grab you?
Doesn't want to grab me.
I think it's going to grab you, buddy. So it spends another action to grab. So it puts its teeth around Fulton. It just bites him and then just lifts him up off the ground and starts shaking Fulton around. It does take its fangs out of the action, and then it's going to try and sting Fulton while it's holding Fulton. It swings the tail around and just brings the tail ever so close to Fulton's eye as he's holding it. Ooh, it's a 22.
Beats because I'm grabbed.
Yeah, you're flat-footed. It gets you 18 points of damage, and I need a fortitude save from Fulton.
That is a... Oh, no. That is a... Fortitude. Yeah.
Fortitude save, yes.
That is a 23.
A 23 fail.
Oh.
Fulton, you are poisoned as well. You take one more hit point of damage from the poison, and you are now poisoned. God, there's a lot of poison going around at the moment. So this could get rough.
How many hit points was that in total damage that it did? So probably a lot.
Yeah.
Because I sort of vaguely calculate. I know we spoke about in the last episode about sort of Velda in the middle and going toe to toe. That would have killed me. That one round would have been the end.
Wow.
So yeah.
55 total points of damage.
55. Well, yeah, or he'd had about 2 hit points.
Rough.
Yeah. Dang, boy.
Unpleasant. Okay, let's go to the other one, which means I need another fortitude save from Caragor, first of all.
Finally, my luck wears thin. It's 14.
14, it's another fail. You progress to stage 2 of the poison. You take another d6 points of damage, take another 2 points of poison damage, and you are now enfeebled 2.
Shit.
Which means you're going to be taking a penalty, -2 penalty to your attack rolls and your damage rolls till you can recover from that. So what will happen next turn, you get to make another save. If you save next time, you'll go back to stage 1. If you save again, you will go back to up to you'll be totally cleared. That would have been a critical fail, but there's no stage 3, so you don't need to worry about progressing any further from that. You're just going to keep taking some poison damage. Right, Drakey on the floor. It is going to spend one action to stand up.
Please stand up. Please stand up.
So it gets back to...
Philippe is on top of him.
Philippe is on top of him.
Does he not have to make some kind of roll to get up if Philippe is on top of him, beating him in the face?
Philippe is on top of him and hitting him, but he is like 4 times the size of Philippe. So as he steps up, Philippe just kind of falls off him. Even big Philippe.
Okay.
These things are massive. These are huge.
Fair enough.
Well, they're large. So he stands up, and what is he doing? I think I'm just loving this poison being out everywhere. It's going to... It's tired. It's tired of Bubba. It's tired of Bubba stabbing it with that magic weapon. And it... Oh, no, it can't. It spat venom at the start of it. It's got no spit venom left.
Yeah, it hasn't got any spit venom, man.
It does not. It tries to bite. It's going to try and bite Caragor.
Oh, no.
It's a natural 1. That is a fumble on the fangs.
Yeah.
Fumble on the fangs.
Fang fumble.
Drops its weapons. Beheads itself.
His teeth fall out.
Oh no.
Switch places.
Switch places, yeah.
Switch
Unarmed
places.
attack.
What a weird card that was.
Change places.
Actually, it's not really an unarmed attack, it's a bite. It's a melee attack. You take 1d10 persistent bleed damage.
Good.
It by itself. Caragor, do you want to roll that d10?
All right.
Yeah, that's nice.
That's a 9.
9 points of bleed. It just it rears back, and as it rushes in at Caragor, Philippe just punches it in the face, and its fangs rip across its own arm, opening up an artery, and just starts pouring blood from it on the floor.
This has got quite Predator, hasn't it? It's just like jungle dirt, poison, blood, like scrabbling around in the dirt, like.
It's so nasty. Rough. Okay, it's going to try and it wants to bring from Hell's Heart. It stabs at Philippe. Final action, Stinger. 31 to hit.
Yeah,
19 on the die.
That's going to get him.
That gets him, or 17 on the die, probably with a minus. That's 17 points of piercing damage.
And Philippe is down.
Oh gosh.
He's on 0.
That could be rough. Philippe falls to the ground, and I need a fortitude save from him, because if Philippe goes down and is poisoned, that could get real bad. So let's hope it's a good roll.
A fortitude, you say?
Fortitude save. Probably the most important fortitude save of Philippe's life.
Okay. That is 20, 31.
31. He saves. Philippe is dying one. But he is not. But he is not currently. But he is not poisoned. So that's good, because that would have just. Yeah, that would have been basically the end of Philippe, I think, if that had happened. Ugh. Horrible. Okay. I think that is that's all that they can do. They're all out of action.
They've done enough.
Actions they were. I think they have, Bubba Von Hoops, let's see if you can help Philippe out, see if you can avenge the fallen.
Yeah, well, hopefully this Drake is... This is the one that I was attacking before anyway, wasn't it? So
yes. So you got 2 spells running at the moment. You got Inspire Courage, and you've got Spiritual Weapon running. So one action for each of those will sustain them if you want to do it.
Yeah, cool. Well, I'm gonna swipe at him again with the weapon. Do I need to roll again for that, or do I just need to sustain the spell?
So you need to roll to attack again. So you spend an action to sustain the spell, and then you can attack.
Oh, and then I roll for an attack.
Yeah, and then you
similar
make the attack.
as like of course. Natural 20. Oh, yep, baby.
Spell crit.
Spell crit. All right. Do I need?
Okay.
Shall I look this up?
So double damage.
Yep.
And the effect of olfactory overload. The target loses all sense of smell and any scentability or any olfactory senses until healed.
Wow, great.
So it cannot track you by smell, but it takes double damage. Suddenly it loses its sense of smell. It loses its sense of taste.
Got COVID.
COVID, yeah.
It's got COVID.
Quickly runs off to get a self-check.
He has to self-isolate now.
Well, I'm not gonna lie. It was a max damage. So that's 11 times 2, 22 points of damage.
Smackdown.
Kill the jungle.
Yes.
Revenge.
Nice one.
Oh, how does the spiritual rapier take down that Drake?
The rapier, I see Philippe go down, and the rapier swings back, goes through one of the Drake's eyes, travels through his throat into his belly, comes out of his belly, exploding all of the innards over the place. It's all going all over the shop. Obviously not with any acid or anything like that going over anyone. Okay, so it's just coming out of a very controlled hole.
Controlled hole.
A controlled hole.
Oh, controlled hole.
And you just see the other eye flicker and then fall. And Bubba goes, "Yeah, mate, take that in the eye." Whee! And then
Amazing.
I'll inspire courage again.
Excellent. Okay, so you eviscerate the drake. It loses its sense of smell, and frankly, it loses every other sense as well, as it's just riddled with rapier strikes, and it falls to the ground in a massive pool of green blood. Philippe lying next to it.
Just at the end as well, I'd like
soaking
to
into his fur.
the rapier to do a Zorro and cut Bubba into the sides.
Not like a bee, like write the entire. Do you want to write Von Hoops as well, or how many actions do you want to spend?
Bubba Von Hoops, the Danger Club.
Was here.
You immediately get a text from NHS Track and Trace because you're the last known contact of this drake.
Gosh. You've killed it. You sustain your other spell, your Inspire, to keep that up. You got one action left.
Oh shit! Yeah, of course. Okay. In that case, I'll because not much you can do with one, so I'll put a shield on myself because you never know, it might help.
Puts his shield up. That's the go. Velda Cairnblight.
Well, first of all, he maintains his ball of sphere of fire. So, can I get a reflex save from the
Okay, you can get a reflex save, and that reflex save is a natural one.
Oh.
It takes double damage from the fire.
Oh god. Okay, so it is in this ball of fire. Oh, and I rolled really badly. That's 2 2s and a 1, so that's 5. That's 10 points of damage from the fire. And then Velda, sort of having maintained that, draws his fist sort of down. It crackles with electricity, and then he takes just a moment to mildly medicate it. And then he hurls the lightning bolt at the drake that he's just burned.
Nice.
That is another basic reflex save, please.
Mildly medicated lightning bolt. This is the one you wanted him to fail. This is one you wanted him to crit fail, isn't it? But although that might still be right, it's a 16.
That is a fail. It's not a crit fail, unfortunately, because my DC is 22. So it's not a crit fail, but it is a fail. So he's going to take full damage from this. It is 4d12 damage. It could be good, could be rubbish. It's not bad. That is 23 points of electricity damage.
Oh, very good.
Mildly medicated
resistance.
electrical damage.
You burn it. It jumps away from the fire, and you just hit it in the face with a lightning bolt as it's darting away from trying to get away from the fire. It is looking so badly hurt right now. It's having a real tough time.
As a consequence of that, his shield does drop, and it goes, the shield's gone.
Strong round, good round. Disappointing sigh. Caragor One Fang, it's your go. The creature in front of you falls to the ground, pouring blood from it. Philippe is also lying on the ground, not moving, soaking up blood in his fur. What do you want to do?
I am aware of this, and I am not a healer or an anti-poisoner, unfortunately, but I'm aware that both of those things is still pinned by said Drake, or still threatened by said Drake.
Still pinned, I believe.
Let me expedite.
Yeah. You're not pinned in place, but it might. There's no reason why it couldn't do that again, I will say.
Let me try and expedite the process of freeing up our anti-poisoner and healer, and go, no one kills Phil. Da da da. And I'll, from where I'm standing, hunt prey on the other jungle drake, and I'll launch a couple of arrows at it, please, with a composite longbow.
Good plan. So give us an Arcana check if you want to know any
further things about Drakey. That's only a 17.
17, okay, no success on that, but that's fine. You've still got the hunt prey damage.
Cool. Alright, so the first attack is a 22.
22 is a miss.
And then the next attack will be Oh crap! Okay, cool. That's not. It's only a dirty 20.
Wait, hold on a minute. 22 with the Inspire Courage? Or
sorry, I didn't Inspire Courage. That's a 23 with Inspire Courage.
23 is a hit.
Go.
The next one.
Finally, that one.
Yeah, finally, eh? The next one would have only been a 21, so that one I missed.
Okay, so don't worry about the second one, but yeah. Got some damage coming up.
Alright, so that's 9. It's 13 points of damage.
13 points of damage. You hit the Drake after it hits the lightning bolt. It's still up. Takes an arrow in the neck. It's looking pretty rough. And that is your go, Fulton. It's your go. You're in the creature's mouth. So you're grappled. You got -2 to attack rolls while you're grappled.
But I can still attack.
You can still.
I will go for a Furious Focus attack.
Okay.
-2, yeah?
One of these days. Yep.
26. 25.
26 is 25's a hit.
Actually, it's 20. No, sorry.
It doesn't matter. It's a hit. It's not a crit. You definitely
hit, not a crit.
5. 8. No, wait. 7.
Okay. Just stop saying
7
numbers.
points,
It's not the lottery.
7
Tell me
points
how
of
much damage you do. Sorry,
7 points of damage.
Only 7 with all of your bonuses.
I got 4 and a 1 and a +4.
Oh my goodness. It's not dead. You hit it with your axe with the amazing power attack. How many dice are you rolling when you do a power attack?
I just rolled 2d12.
2d12? Because you know that your axe does... we do this every fight. Your axe has 2d12 anyway. Roll another d12.
Okay. That's another 4.
Another 4.
Yes, I knew it wouldn't matter anyway.
It's not quite. You just keep hitting it with the axe. You've got one action left. What's going down?
I'll try and attack it with a -7, isn't it? Because it's -2, because I'm in it.
Yeah, that is right. Yep.
Nope, that's not going to be enough.
Okay, it's still... just smashing it. It's still alive. We're going around Shania.
Do I have to take
Shania, the Scorpion.
There you go, isn't it? The poison.
Yeah, it goes on there, guys. Shania, the Scorpion Rain. I can tell you some poison saves are coming up in the next round.
Sure.
So, what is your plan?
Well, she's just seen what happened to Philippe, and I think she's lost her focus somewhat. She just goes absolutely mental. I don't know if what happens in her scorpion form, whether she speaks in scorpionness or I don't know, but she makes an almighty horrendous sound, like the sound of 1,000 babies crying, and
that sounds like pretty standard Shania, to be honest. So
yeah, I mean, yeah, and then. Well, I believe that in this insect form, she can use her claws and her tail, right? I'm pretty sure.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. So, first things first, she makes an attack with her tail, with the stinger, right, aiming straight for the Drake's neck.
Amazing. You got +13 to this. That's your attack modifier while in this form.
Yeah. So that is 27.
27 is a hit.
Fantastic,
with the stinger.
With the stinger, okay. So that is 1d8.
Stinger does 1d6 piercing.
1d8 piercing, it says here.
1d8, sorry, yeah, right, 1d8.
Okay. Okay, so that is... yeah, that's 7 points of piercing, and then we've got a 1d4 of poison.
Persistent poison. Let me tell you two things. One, they are immune to poison because they're poisonous themselves. So don't worry about the poison damage. But two, that Drake is dead. Yeah. Tell me how you kill that Drake.
Okay, well, I mean, she uses a tail. She flips over, right? She's been caught in the back, right? Yeah, this guy had her in the back, right? So she flips over in scorpion form, and whips the tail round, and the tail goes like sailing through the drake's neck, and then as she pulls it back out, his head comes completely off, and then she like whips. Then she like does another little spin and whips the body like off the bridge or wherever the heck they are, like, you know, down into the valley with like a sort of a scream, and then like rises up onto her like back legs, claws in the air, going like.
Incredible. You annihilate the drake with your very first attack, which is crucial because even though everyone is down, we're staying in initiative rounds because we've got someone dying and we've got 3 people poisoned. So we're going to need to wrap this. We're going to need to get this sorted. You got 2 actions left, Scorpion Shania. What are you going to do?
Scorpion Shania, like, you know, dashes over to. Like, how close am I to Philippe and Caragor?
So to get to Philippe from where you are, it's 50 feet. You got a movement of 40, so you need 2 move actions to get there, and that'd be the end of your turn. Or you could move, say, within 40 feet and turn back into Shania, ready to do a heal.
Yeah, that's what I'm going to do.
And then on someone else's turn, they could pick up Philippe and bring him to you, perhaps.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
That's a real good shout. Okay, you scuttle over onto the bridge as you get halfway. Caragor, you see an enormous scorpion with Shania's hair come just scuttling up to you and then just transform back into Shania. In an image that will never leave
me. That's going to haunt me.
And when she turns back into Shania, you know, she's got like blood coming out of her hair from where she killed the drake, and tears coming out of her eyes, and teeth gritted. Like she's not a pretty sight at the moment. She is angry and upset.
Oh God! Right. It would have been the Drake's go, which is now basically what we'll title the awful things happening go. So the right, we need fortitude saves from Shania and from Fulton. Caragor, yours ticked on the Drake's go, didn't it? It wasn't your go. Yes, so that's so it's fortitude saves from all 3 of you, please.
Okay, my fortitude save, I'd 30. I got 30.
A 30, Shania, you shake off the effect of the poison. You are no longer poisoned.
Okay.
You completely recover it. A 2, Fulton. That's a critical fail. How do you get a 2 total?
Oh,
you got your bonuses.
Sorry.
15.
15. It's still a fail. You take 6 points of poison damage and you're enfeebled 2. As you move to stage 2. Fulton is looking real rough.
14 again.
14 again. It's another fail. You continue to take poison damage. Another 3 points of poison damage. And you're still enfeebled. And now a very important roll. Philippe. Can we have a flat check for Philippe? So that is just a d20. You don't add any bonuses.
It's a 2.
A 2. Philippe progresses to dying 2. Philippe continues to bleed out as he lies on the floor, feeling pretty rough. Okay, next up we go over to Bubba.
Just remind us quickly how many stages there are. How many stages of dying?
So for dying, once you hit dying 3, that is the end of you.
One more roll.
Philippe's
Okay, I have a spell called Soothe.
Called Soothe?
Yeah.
Tell me about Soothe.
So you grace the target's mind, boosting its mental defenses and healing its wounds. The target regains 1d10 plus 4 hit points when you cast the spell and gains a plus 2 status to bonus saves against mental effects for the duration.
Mm-hmm.
So the duration is only 1 minute. So it will just prolong the time, I believe, until
the healing is healing, so the healing will come in. They're not temporary hit points.
Okay, cool. That's great to know. So I will cast that.
What's the range?
It's verbal. The range is 30 feet.
Okay. So you can do that on. So who going to use that on?
I'm going to use that on Philippe probably because Philippe's dying, isn't he? So
yeah, he is. It's very sensible.
Yeah. So a 1d10. Oh dear.
1d10.
What spell you got there, Cole?
Say again?
It's a nice little spell you got there.
It is a nice little spell, isn't it?
good one.
Yeah, I put it on and I haven't used it yet because we haven't really needed to since we've leveled up. But yeah, there we go. That is 9 hit points back.
9 hit points back. Philippe regains 9 hit points. He loses the dying condition. He gains the wounded condition, but we don't need to worry about it too much right now. And he wakes up. Philippe's eyes just pop
So do I
open.
give him 9 hit points then?
Yeah, give him 9 hit
Okay,
points back.
all right.
9 hit points back.
So I
he's-
didn't know if
he's
we had to
awake.
spend any hit points getting past the dying.
Nah, he's not. There's no negatives in second
Okay,
edition. It just
alright.
goes from 0 straight back up.
And we're
He's wounded, which
we're still
means,
in
yeah,
initiative, aren't we?
We're still in initiative rounds because you got to sort out this poison, or you could have some more dead on your hands right now.
Okay.
Anything that will boost people's saves is going to be good.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I'll inspire courage again. Just
Nice.
do that because I think
Good.
that will help, won't it?
That gives a bonus to saves.
Beautiful.
Okay, so you keep playing music while everyone's going through. Velda, do you have anything that can help?
Well,
the poisoned
Velda just looks a
people?
bit lost. He doesn't really have anything, I don't think, that can help with poison, unfortunately. But he does sort of hurry over to... I presume we're all gathering around sort of Philippe and that area.
Yeah, you can. move
Yeah,
over
he
to
just
the
sort
bridge.
of hurries over, looking
everyone.
concerned, sort of shaking the last bit of medicated electricity from his hand, and he ain't got nothing for poison.
Okay.
My only thought was to
Anything that will help hit points will help them. Anything that will help boost
yeah,
saves.
I mean, I've got yeah, I mean, if
Well, guidance. Does guidance affect saving throws?
I wouldn't know just off the top of my head. I do have a healing potion. How's it? Is anyone else really close to death apart from Philippe?
Yeah.
I would imagine Fulton.
Is it Fulton? Well, I'm actually makes more sense. I'm close to Fulton, so I sort of toddle over to Fulton, and I give him. I sort of can I pour it in his mouth? Is he sort of
Yes, you can administer the. You could draw the potion as one action, and then administer it as
while
another
he's sort of
action.
squirming around in the dead Drake's mouth? I just sort of put it open a little bit, and I uncork a potion, a lesser healing potion, which is 2d8 plus 5, apparently.
Nice.
Do you know what? I hadn't thought of that when we said that she takes his head right off. Fulton's still in the Drake's mouth as the head comes off.
I just go,
What a picture!
And
Wow.
then luckily, I think you said you sort of push its body down the hill. So, because
I
if you
did,
pushed
yeah.
its head down the hill, then Fulton would be down the hill. But you didn't. So it was perfect.
Incredible.
So I'm imagining a lot of green goo.
Let's get this done.
Pour-
Tell us how much
Pour the
healing do you
potion
do.
down the gullet. That is 12 points of healing. So it's not great, but it's
12 points of
keeping
healing,
it from the,
helping
keeping that wolf
out
from the
there.
door, and just sort
Okay.
of helps Fulton drag him out of the head.
I can tell you guidance will help on saving throws, so bear that
Okay.
in mind if we come back around to the next one. Karagor, do you have anything that you can do at the moment to try and help things?
No, I don't really have an item, and I don't think I'm close enough hit points wise to death in order to use a health potion because they're a precious commodity. However, he sort of like sees Philip get resuscitated and sort of nods, but sort of like a sort of ashen face sort of sits down. And I'm sort of survivally kind of person. I'd like to try and suck out the poison out of my wounds, please. Is that some kind of survivally thing I can do?
You might. Let's see. You might be able to do that with a. It's probably a medicine.
Yeah, okay.
Let's see. I think you need to be treat poison. Are you trained in medicine?
I am not trained in medicine.
And you don't have healer's tools. You cannot treat poison. I don't think unless you have.
Can't I just give a bit of sucky suck, eh?
Let's have a look for survival.
Look
Let's
under
see.
suckies. Look under suck. Suck poison. Poison feet.
Sucky suck.
Ranger
No, don't-
3. Ranger poison suck.
But surely by
And,
now it would be in your system, though. It wouldn't be.
Yeah, all right. For whose side you on, Fulton? Eh? I suck out my entire artillery. Wait, not my
Artillery?
Artillery.
But that's what it is for Karagor.
Is that a
It's
euphemism
artillery.
for something? Is that
Yeah,
your,
it's
my
fucking artillery because look at this fucking gun show. Here we go, lads.
Okay. What's your level? What's your level on survival?
My level on survival is I'm
What level? Have you
trained in
trained your? You're only trained. I think if you were expert, I might have given it to you, but just trained, it's. I think that's not quite enough to be able to do something super fancy
well,
like
let me
that.
be expert then. Go on.
You got to be a little
let me be
higher
expert
on that.
then. What's stopping me? I feel like I'm a bit of an expert.
What's stopping you? Putting points in it when you level
When
up.
we level up, that's it. When we level up.
You leveled up 2 games ago. Unbelievable.
Ancient times.
Unbelievable. So you and Philippe just kind of lie next to each other like kind of 2 buddies at the end of an action film, just kind of like staring at each other. Can't quite believe that you survived this, but you can still feel the poison coursing through you. If you want, I'll let you move up just next to Shania, just so that you kind of, if there's any touch spells or anything like that, you're close enough. That might be a sensible.
Do I still
one
have to wait for her go? Yeah.
You do have to wait for a go. Yes.
I think now that Philippe's not immediately dying, that was his main concern, but I think he'll just sit next to Philippe instead, just in case one of the 2 passes off, because they had a bit of a moment fighting that Drake. So
no problem. Okay, you hang it in there. Fulton Battlestone, have you got anything to try and help the situation? Nope. All right. Fulton sits there and keeps on. Do you want to move to the others, or do you want to stay with Velda?
I'll stay with Velda.
Okay, you stay lying in the jaws of the creature. Shania Rain.
Right. So Shania, sort of weeping, gets her arms round both of them and starts using everything she's got.
Okay.
So first of all,
does she got?
First of all, she's got neutralized poison, which I'm going to use on Caragor. So
But
she
he's
puts
doing the
her.
sucky suck.
I see him trying to do that and say, "Stop! What the fuck? You do not know what you're doing. You would just put the poison back inside you. You just fucking let me help you. Let me help you, you piece of shit."
just like sucking out his own blood and spitting on the floor, being like,
This is not going to help. Fuck's sake. And she puts her hand on him, and I pour healing magic through the target in an attempt to cure 1 poison afflicting them. So I think
So it's a
attempt
counteract.
check against the poison. Okay.
So you're going to try and counteract it. Okay. So in that case, go ahead and you're using I think it's a spell. I think you're using your spell attack bonus.
Attack bonus. Okay. All right. Cool. Okay. It's a 16.
A 16 total. I can tell you 16 total is going to be nowhere near it. Is there something that exists in the world of this game that might help you in this situation when you roll badly?
Yes, there is. This hero point that I've got right here.
Yeah. Oh, and he's even got the token.
Yeah.
I have to just out of character do a little bit here. Caragor's not going to die from this poison. It would take us a whole 10 minutes of being in initiative rounds in order for him to die from this poison.
I don't think she cares.
Okay, just letting you know. I felt like it was my duty as a fellow player to let you know that.
Fair enough. Okay. No, this is. I don't know how that hero point is represented in the game, but maybe it's that she's got one use of this spell. She tries it doesn't work, and somehow from somewhere, because she's worried and upset and just drawing out everything she can, she manages to reignite the spell and try again, and that's what she does. And this time
Amazing.
It is 27.
A 27 is a success. Shania focuses and pours magic through Caragor, and you just see just tendrils of poison just leaving through your through your skin. Caragor just pours up out of you and flies out above you, and then Shania just cancels it and it just dissipates in the air. You feel the poison ripped from you. You are no longer poisoned.
I've still got an action, I think. Have I?
You've still got an action?
Yeah. And so with that, I grab Philippe in an embrace and use a healing spell on him.
He's got an action. He can move to you.
Great.
You bounds into your arms. You cast heal on him.
I cast heal on him.
A monkey the size of a human running into your arms.
Well, I guess it's into each other. I mean, like she's like 7 foot, like, so she's just about bigger than him.
I'm imagining him jumping up like into your arms, like legs around you, and that,
so that's how she does it anyway. So there's like tears coming out of her eyes, and she like just hugs him, and then like, you know, the magic sort of comes out of her whole body, and gives him some healing.
All right, roll those points.
Right.
Add them to Philippe.
Okay.
While we're doing that, it's come around to the Drake's turn. It's poison turn. Fortitude save. Fulton Battlestone. Come on, Fulton. You got no bonuses to this. You got big fortitude.
22.
22. It's another fail. Fulton continues to take poison damage. Takes another 5 points of poison damage. Things are looking rough for Fulton. Right, let's rattle through everyone real quickly. Bubba, you got anything you want to do other than you're going to keep your Inspire Courage going?
No, I'm going to soothe Fulton, I think.
Okay, cool.
So you get, it's not amazing, but you get 7 points back just to help you out in your funk.
7 hit points back. The bonus to saves, it's only against mental effects, isn't it? It's not against poison.
Yeah, it's only against mental.
Okay, so no good on that. Do you want to keep your song going just to give Fulton that bonus to his saves?
Yeah, absolutely, yeah.
Okay, cool. You keep the song going. You hit that. Velda, what you got?
I think probably it's best to be like, he's sort of like, come on, Fulton, we should go and join the others. Come on. You look like you're giving up a bit. Come on. And tries to sort of pick up Fulton and help him across to where the others are.
Amazing. I want a strength check from Velda because I want to see how this goes.
Here we go. It's it's not the worst roll in the world. However, do you know what? I don't look at strength. Oh, it's a flat 14.
A 14. You know what? It's taking a lot. You're moving at half speed, but the rest of you look up, and Velda comes walking over like the bodyguard carrying Fulton.
I'm sort of helping because he can sort of walk, but it's that kind of help propping him up and shoving him over, and he looks.
You start moving. I'll let you help. You start moving Fulton over towards
pick up
everyone
Fulton.
else. No. Do you want to do anything else?
There's nothing else I can really do. Fortunately, so yeah,
okay.
That's just moving towards help.
Move on to Karagor. Once again, the guidance spell gives a +1 to saves. Karagor One Fang, do you want to do anything in your turn?
Okay, so Karagor like gets up, having had the poison flints from his system, and like pats Shania on the shoulder, and like looks as if he's going to say something like meaningful, but realizes the party's still a little bit in disarray. So walks over to Fulton where he's being dragged by Velda, and mutters under his breath, "No, you lift with the shoulder, Velda. Never mind." And
just help him. Just
like
pick him
just
up.
as he's it was under the breath, and as he's like, he just pulls out a potion of light healing potion,
okay.
and like offering to your mate across a crowded pub, just like determinedly steers towards Fulton and get that down here, drink that. That'll stay off for the time being.
Okay, you give Fulton the potion. What does Fulton look like at this point? He's poisoned, he's foaming.
He's got like bite marks in his armor, and he's covered in like blood, and he's just like the color's kind of drained from him a little bit, and just
tremendous.
20 hit points. That's what I've got at the moment.
20 hit points. Okay, but that poison's still coursing through you. Do you want to drink your healing potion?
Yes, I will drink the healing potion. What is it?
2d8 plus 5. That's what I've got written down. Is that right?
2d8 plus 5.
Sounds right.
Yeah, that is a lesser healing.
Right.
That's
cool. That's another 50.
Stocked up on those. You've got some more hit points going, but you haven't got anything to counteract the poison just yet. Let's hope. Is there anything else you want to do? Or are you going to wait for Shania and hope?
No, I'll just wait. I'll just forego my go.
Yeah, okay. All right, Shania Rain, it's your go. They brought
Okay.
Fulton over to you. He's foaming at the mouth. He's looking unhealthy. He's
Okay.
looking what you got?
Well, I have. So I've got an expanded healer's tools kit,
Nice.
and obviously my own medical knowledge, which is pretty good, and the treat wounds thing as well. So
You're going to try and treat. Are you going to try and treat poison on him?
treat the poison. Yeah,
Treat poison.
Okay.
Okay. So I want you to make a medicine check for me.
Right. Okay.
You get your tools out. You start trying to treat the
Okay.
poison. You start giving him herbs.
Okay. So that is. God, that was a bad roll, man. But I got 18 still.
18 is a fail. It's not a critical fail.
My God.
Fulton gets no. That's one action. You can attempt it again.
I can. Okay, all right. I'll do it.
Yes, you can.
Let's have another go. Okay, a little bit better. So this time it is 27.
27 is a success. Yes. Fulton will be getting another +2 bonus to his next save.
Okay, so did I get rid of the poison?
You don't get rid of the poison. You give him a bonus to his save. That's how, because it's not you're not using magic. You're just helping him to try and get through it. He's still got to do this himself, and he's going to do that now because it is Fulton Battlestone's go.
So how many?
Save.
So I've got a +1 on courage.
You've got a +1 from Inspire Courage. You've got another 2 from treat poison. So you got a total of +3 on top of your fortitude.
Oh, save. This might do it finally. 15 plus 14 plus another 3. So that's 32. 32. I think
32. Fulton. You cough, you splutter, and you spit out you kind of roll over and are just sick on. Let's roll for it. Velda.
Sorry.
As the last of the poison leaves your system, and you kind of just collapse into Velda's arms. You have survived it. You've slain the drakes as you all just kind of collapse on the floor in this stinking heat. And then there's a rumble, and it just starts raining again on all of you as you sit there on the floor. Oh, what a mess! But you can see off in the distance. You can see it parting in the trees. You think you can see farmland. You think you can see Kibwe. You're almost there. That is where we leave it for tonight.
Oh man!
Well done.
But I'm tired. I am tired from playing that fight.
Yeah.
I'm tired. Like I've been in a
God.
fight. God, jeez.
Poison, man. Poison's rough.
This week's episode was made possible by our patrons and especially our Dangerling of the Week, Stu Jackson. To get your name on the show, just go to patreon.com/Danger Club Podcast. You can do that, can't you? Bloody well hope so. Bye.
This is the thing as we're going through this. Fights are getting a little bit longer. We might have to. Are we going to have to make our episodes of us slightly longer to get through combat episodes? We'll have to see. We'll have to see how we feel. See, let us know how you feel.
No way, man.
Dangerlings,
No way, man. No longer episodes. Dan, what are you talking about?
Drum has to
No, wait.
What are you talking about?
Drum has to go as well, so we can't.
Dangerlings, if you would like slightly
No, this
longer
isn't a
episodes,
vote.
let us
This
know,
is not
and
a
Colin
vote.
will, so that Colin can tell you that he refuses. Colin will shut that down.
Dangerlings, I think we like the system of 1 hour episodes. Around an hour is good. Okay? Thank you. That's the vote done. Yay!
We all agree.
Colin's vote of 1. Yeah, I think
Dan
I
just
think,
throwing that out in an episode. This is so cut.
Unbelievable.